Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Melissa with Enchanted Emerald, bringing you a reading for Aries for Sun, Moon, and Rising for 2026. Out of the Crystal Tarot, we have the Two of Cups coming in for you. Now this is a different deck than I had used for some of the others. There was a couple of you zodiacs that it requires a different deck, and so your energy that you're embracing requires a different deck. And this Two of Cups is a beautiful card. I love the Crystal Tarot. But the word that's coming in for you is knowledge, when really what I'm feeling for you is, yes, knowledge being your overall word for the year. This Two of Cups really brings in an energy of self-love and abundance. And it's just, I love it. I love what's coming. So speaking about the knowledge word, really feeling like more so knowledge is power, right? I feel as though if you're looking at things now and you're seeing things in retrospect, you may have a tendency to feel like, you know what, I really wish I had known now, known back then what I do know now, because I might have done things a little differently, right? I do think that you're having to make a choice right now. It could be a bit of a tough choice for you. I feel as though you've had to make a pivot, right? Like things didn't necessarily pan out the way that you had hoped that they would. For some, this could be a relationship ending, but I just get the sense that you're starting this year with a lot of residual energy, right? And it feels a little bit murky and muddy, like you're not necessarily sure where everything is going to land at the end of this. I think you're cleaning things up from what's happened at the end of last year. You could be even fixated on things from the past. And I did try to shuffle my traditional Rider-Waite deck to get a card for you as I was feeling into your energy, and numerous cards kept flipping to face the opposite direction. So really feeling as though you may feel torn between the energies, be feeling torn about where you're to go from here, and maybe trying to cling to some of the things from the past, okay? It's a frustrating feeling. You may be frustrated by all of this, but take a deep breath. You're going to get through this, okay? I think there's a need for you to stand on your own 2 feet through this, and this could be you standing your ground for the first time in a long time, if ever. This has been a bit of an uncharted territory for you, possibly. You could find yourself single. You could find yourself setting a very tough boundary. Know that these boundaries, things do get worse before they get better. And the most progress that you'll make would be in small steps, incremental, just a little bit at a time, okay? I feel as though you could feel part of that fixation could feel as though somebody had made an empty promise to you, right? I just get this phrase keeps coming in, like your word, but it was your word, and you feel empty as a result of that. You feel betrayed in some way or another. I think that all along, you and this person could have stood shoulder to shoulder, right, where you were standing in solidarity, and you were in agreement on a lot of things, right? And so now you're just kind of left trying to figure out like where things went wrong or what changed, and you may have some regrets, feeling as though I wish I would have known, or we should have talked about these things, because I feel as though I could have compromised to make things work. But the fact is that this person has changed. It wasn't you. This person changed. They changed. And now you are being forced to change too. But not all change is bad, right? I do feel like you could be drowning in self-doubt, right? You could be pouring yourself into another project. You could be pouring yourself into something that you're passionate about instead of sulking. And I feel as though this comes from a place where maybe with this person or with this situation, if it isn't a relationship for you, with that kind of coming to a conclusion, you're able to focus more on yourself. I feel as though in that situation, you may have neglected things that you felt were important to you for the sake of the relationship, or for the sake of things working out with that situation, be it a job or whatever. But I think all in all, you're moving from a space where there was this status quo to now you're feeling excited about things. You're feeling excited about being able to have more time for your hobbies and more time for things that you feel good about, that make you feel good, right? And again, back to that knowledge word for 2026, I just get the sense that there's this thirst for knowledge. So maybe you're pouring yourself into books and self-help books, reading, wanting to go out and be social and meet people and learn about them and their lifestyle and how things work. Um, Maybe you become an avid collector, right? And taking new classes and things like that. That's all coming up with this energy. But overall, I do think that this is something that will consume you. And that's not a bad thing, right? But it's going to take up a lot of your time, your resources, your money, and it may, if you collect items, even take up a lot of space. But coming mid-month in June time, it's like smack dab in the middle of the year, I do feel a shift in that for you. I think that things will kind of ease up and you'll be able to self-regulate a little bit more and adjust to what is like more of a new norm for you. I do think that that will be a time that you do a lot of reflection and understand your feelings. You're making sense of your feelings a little bit more, and maybe you're understanding more of like why you did what you did or why you do what you do. And this is a time where you start to realize there's some patterns that have kind of played out for you. They're just tired though, and it's nothing that you want to perpetuate anymore, and you're just ready to let that go. And you will do so. I think by December, this is a very significant energy for you, Aries, in that ending, right? Perhaps things were kind of in limbo and maybe you had hope in the back of your mind that things would work. But I think ultimately, come December, you will be bowing out and, something will be coming to an end. And I think as a result of that significant purge that really happened, that started happening in June for you, right? So come December, you're going to be feeling like, you know what? This just doesn't even resonate with me anymore. And it could be with your career sector. But as you let go of some of those patterns, right, you're leveling up. And so you're calling in new energy. So it's calling in something new for you. And I think overall, by the end of the year, you're going to be feeling a lot more empowered. And I get this like sense of like your pretty girl era, right? Like you'll be growing in confidence. You'll be growing in self-love. You're going to have a lot of positive vibes. And I think externally, that could look a lot like you treating yourself to spa days, um, going to the gym, doing facials, right? So it's an inner glow up, and that happens in the external as well, right? So as you're processing these feelings, you're embracing more of wanting to do the things that fuel you and to fill your cup. And so that's a beautiful energy here for you, Aries. I do so hope that this resonates. As always, I will be back with another read for you guys again soon. Thank you so much for tuning in. Take care.